Everybody in the investment world, in the stock market, in the money world knows who Warren Buffett is. But I don't think as much people know exactly his best pal, the vice president of investment Berkshire Hathaway, company, Charlie Munger. And in this video, guys, I want to cover something he did recently with one of the moves according to the SEC filings, and I think it's definitely something we as apes AMC shareholders should actually look at, because it gives a real perspective into what is actually at stake here and what we're expecting, because I definitely think this is him showing the way, nothing more. So let's get into the details. When you look at the latest SEC 13 filing from Charlie Munger company, you see that the guy is now doubling down on Alibaba. Okay, he's increasing his stakes, his bet on Alibaba. This is really interesting. Why? Because since the start of this year, Alibaba has been really being beaten down because of the Chinese government crackdown around regulation. They want to regulate big tech, and they thought Alibaba was too big of a company, and it wasn't necessarily going in alignment with the rules they want to see for the economy back then. So since January, not only you have stocks like companies like Alibaba, JD, Pinduoduo, the big tech in China, and including the EV plays, the NIOs, the Li, the Xpeng, they were really also beaten down. Some of those we covered a little bit, but not to the point where they were trading around December of last year. But when you actually get into the details of why he's doubling down at this point, there is a strong similarity and a strong lesson we can learn in order to move forward with AMC. Because for starters, successful people do what unsuccessful people want. He's willing to take some short-term pain in order to have some long-term gain. Not on the basis of wishing or hoping, no, but simply put on the basis of facts and data. So if I pause here for a second, guys, it reminds me a lot of another stock we all love, AMC. Why? Because for the last 9 months we've been holding, and some of us have been averaging down, some of us have been averaging up, but bottom line is we are still diamond handling, because if it wasn't the case, this thing would have dropped like a hot potato back to the tens. And it's not the case, because right now we are still, even though we are currently between the range of the low 30s and high 30s, it means the sentiment is still strong. But more importantly, when you look at how high the short interest has been lately, it only and simply means the short sellers are also doubling down and added recently to the positions. But the very fact that you look at the chart, and the last time short interest went so high, it went to 72. Same thing here around when it went to 50. So you may be sitting here with an average around 60, around 70, or even higher. It's not possible to have higher than 70. But the bottom line is, just be patient, because we all know the facts, we all know the data, and we all know that this is not reflected in the share price. So if you continue to read around the investment he made on Alibaba, it's also interesting to see that, well, the company on paper, the company, when you look at the facts and the data, when you do some analysis of the market, the company, it's now trading way below the price it is supposed to trade at, because the cash flow this company is making, it's definitely way worth than what the share price is actually showing. And that's why I think Charlie Munger is actually seeing here and is betting that the company is actually going to outgrow and go beyond whatever risk or whatever fugazi is going through now. So back to AMC, how does this translate with us? Well, simply, guys, the shorts are not going to hang into those positions. They're not going to continue to lose a ton of money in AMC for the rest of the life. No, it's going to stop at the point, because it's costing money which they are borrowing, money which they are also managing from clients. So at a point, it's going to stop, because it's going to be unbearable. And that's why if you're taking a loss now on paper, right, see that as a short-term pain to have a long-term gain. And that's what I think we should learn from Charlie Munger based on what he just made as a move on Alibaba with investments. So, I mean, guys,